Going to be court is now in session. Judge, this is the case of Mr. Navarro.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Mr. Navarro.
Hello.
Did I pronounce your name correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You brought this case before the court?
That's correct.
Okay. What's going on?
So basically, she didn't show up today, as you can see. I'm used to that. 2 kids. I'm actually making $95,000 a year. I've recently quit my job in hopes that maybe you might be able to help me relieve some of the stress of affording a higher child support bill.
Did you really just come in here and say that?
Well, I mean, I thought that would be, I thought that was what people do.
No, that is what people try to do, but I definitely don't do that.
Well, from my understanding, I thought that, that was something that I had the opportunity and the option of doing. I mean, obviously, if I'm not making a certain amount of money anymore, then I should be able to have a less of a, child support payment.
Mr. Now steps forward, explaining that he has quit his $95,000 a year job, hoping to lower his child support payments. He claims that the financial burden was becoming overwhelming, but the judge isn't buying his excuse. As the questioning begins, more shocking details emerge. Mr. Now has been jet-setting across the world with his girlfriend, all while neglecting his financial obligations to his children. The tension in the courtroom is already rising, setting the stage for a heated but fair discussion. With the facts unfolding rapidly, this case is about to take an interesting turn. Let's see how it all plays out. Mr. Now lays out his case, but it quickly becomes clear that his reasoning is flawed. He openly admits to quitting his high-paying job, thinking it would force the court to lower his child support payments. However...
Okay, well, let's have a conversation.
Okay.
You quit your job.
Correct.
Making $95,000 a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you go out of town on trips with the kids?
Yeah, I do a lot of traveling, sometimes...
That wasn't my question. Do you do a lot of traveling with the kids?
No, it's mostly me and my girlfriend.
Where do you and your girlfriend go?
We go, well, it's, all over the world, let's just say that. We do all kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff? Like what? Tell me some of the places that you
trips to our, trips to, we go to, I've been to Africa the past year. Europe. I love Africa. Water, things of that nature. Beautiful Mother Nature, sightseeing and things of that.
Oh, that is wonderful. No. So, who pays for your girlfriend to go?
I do.
You pay for your girlfriend. Wait a minute, let me get this straight. Mr. Navarro.
Yes.
You made $95,000 a year.
I did. I don't know anymore.
You did. You quit intentionally, thinking that I would reduce your child support, but yet you've gone to Africa and Europe and you've taken your girlfriend and you paid for her to go as well?
Yes.
And you have not taken either of your children, that's correct?
No, that's true. I've taken them on one trip to Disney World and we had a blast. Yeah.
No, that's not how this works.
Okay.
So yeah, no. Although she is not here today because she was served, she should have been here today.
I understand. That doesn't help my case?
No, that does not help your case because you came in this courtroom and said that you made $90,000 a year and you intentionally quit with the hopes that you would come to court today and I would just give you what you're asking for. Yeah, that's not how this works.
It's not.
You're a guy. If you were not a guy, I would tell you by Felicia.
Yeah.
Because that's just ridiculous.
I completely understand where you're coming from.
Obviously you don't, because you are trying to make a mockery of this courtroom.
I meant no disrespect.
What follows leaves the judge and courtroom stunned. He confesses that he's been traveling the world, visiting places like Africa and Europe, spending thousands on vacations with his girlfriend. The judge listens intently, noting the glaring contradiction between his complaints about financial stress and his lavish lifestyle. In an attempt to defend himself, Mr. Now claims he once took his children to Disney World, as if that single trip justifies years of neglect. But the judge isn't impressed, and the frustration in her voice is undeniable. The tension builds as she prepares to challenge him with hard facts and tougher questions. The judge doesn't hold back, and her response is nothing short of scathing. She immediately calls out Mr. Now's blatant attempt to manipulate the system. Quitting a well-paying job while splurging on extravagant vacations is not a valid excuse for neglecting child support. She demands to know why he prioritizes spending on
to you, and that was not my intention.
Oh no, you didn't disrespect me. You disrespected your children.
Okay, I can
You
see
are
what you're saying now.
wanting to get a reduction in child support so you can continue to take, what's your girlfriend name?
Melissa.
So you can take Melissa on rendezvous,
Yes,
right?
yes.
No, yeah, that's not what's
It's
getting ready
it's
to
not
happen.
it's not just that. It's there's other things that I would like to do. I would like to spend more time with my kids. If she were here, then I
Oh,
would be able to.
when were you going to spend more time with your kids? Because she doesn't have to be here for you to do that.
Well, yeah, but I have to have. There's not a good communication skill between the two of us.
There's obviously not a good communication between us because you're still going to pay that same amount of check. Actually, let's see. Do you work a second job at all? Or
I
your
do
income
not.
is still
No,
95,000?
No, I've actually been very well blessed to be able to save my money, and so the things that I have now.
Mr. Navarro,
Yes.
you're giving me a heart attack up here, okay?
Okay.
You're giving me a
I don't
heart
under-
attack
I
up
don't
here.
understand how. I can't even.
You're saving money,
Yes.
but you're going to Europe and Africa. So you're saving money. Where y'all going next? Aruba?
Well, I have money saved for the kids.
No. Okay. So, yeah, this is what's going to happen. Your child support is not going to be reduced. I'm
Okay.
denying that relief. It is going to stay at what it's currently at. $95,000 a year. I have your gross at $7,916.67. Net at $6,183.88 based on 2 kids.
That's correct.
Right, 2 children. So 20.63%. That makes your child support obligation $1,275.73. You need to have Melissa help you pay that amount since she wants to go out of town with you.
If I don't have income now, how am I supposed to continue?
Let's see. How much did it cost you to go to Africa for you and Melissa?
Do we really have to discuss this
Yeah,
matter?
we do. You came to me. Yes, you're going to discuss whatever I ask you.
Let's just say,
On luxury trips with his girlfriend over securing basic needs for his children. The air in the courtroom is thick with tension as Mr. Now struggles to defend himself. But every excuse he gives is met with sharp disapproval. The judge firmly reminds him that his children's well-being must come before his personal desires. Despite his efforts to shift blame, the judge shuts him down with an undeniable truth. Parenting is about responsibility, not convenience. With emotions running high, the court braces for the final ruling that will leave no room for evasion. The judge delivers her ruling with unwavering authority, ensuring that justice is served. After carefully reviewing the details, she calculates Mr. Now's child support obligation based on his previous $95,000 salary, ruling that he must pay $1,275.73 per month. Additionally, she makes it clear that quitting a job to escape financial responsibilities is completely unacceptable, especially when
That you need, because I have no more time to waste.
well,
on
at this point, no. I mean, obviously, there's nothing that I can say that's gonna, make the situation better for me.
Obviously not.
No.
Not at all. Nothing further. You're dismissed.
All right. Thank you.
reminds him that his children's well-being must come before his personal desires. Despite his efforts to shift blame, the judge shuts him down with an undeniable truth. Parenting is about responsibility, not convenience. With emotions running high, the court braces for the final ruling that will leave no room for evasion. The judge delivers her ruling with unwavering authority, ensuring that justice is served. After carefully reviewing the details, she calculates Mr. Now's child support obligation based on his previous $95,000 salary, ruling that he must pay $1,275.73 per month. Additionally, she makes it clear that quitting a job to escape financial responsibilities is completely unacceptable, especially when evidence proves he is still spending large amounts on personal luxuries. The courtroom watches as the judge further addresses his savings and lifestyle choices, explaining that they do not justify a reduction in his child support payments. This ruling is firm yet fair, designed to ensure that his children receive the financial stability they deserve. Before concluding, the judge issues a final warning. Being a parent is not an optional commitment, and neglecting one's children for personal gain will never be tolerated in her courtroom. As the case comes to a close, the judge takes a moment to reflect on the broader legal implications of this situation. She explains that in Texas, quitting a job to avoid child support will never result in a reduced obligation, especially when evidence shows that money is still being spent on luxuries. She also stresses the importance of putting children's needs above personal wants, reinforcing the idea that financial responsibility is not negotiable. The episode wraps up with a powerful call to action, urging viewers to share this case with anyone facing a similar situation. At the end of the day, child support court exists to protect children, ensuring they are not left struggling due to irresponsible parenting. With a final note of tough love and accountability, the judge leaves a lasting message. Real parents put their kids first, no matter what.